Craig Butler is beefing with kids. And was Khadija Shaw really robbed? Or is Tracey just chatting shit?
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.
If you're new here, help me get to my goal of 4,000 subscribers before the end of this year. You guys have been supporting the channel ever since we broke onto the scene the 15th of February. Scene in the Reggae Boy space. We're almost have reached 1 year anniversary very soon. So yeah, help us get to the 4,000 mark before the end of the year. And by the time it's February 15th, I'm going to be setting that 5K mark for you guys to help me to get to. I know that you guys can't hit the subscribe button because there are a whole lot of you guys that do return to the channel on a regular and you are not subscribing. So that alone lets me know that you guys love the content. So since you do love the content, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also remember, every single video that I do on this channel must get 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button so that the video can get to more people. Now in this video, I'll be talking about Craig Butler and some comments that he made after Mona's Walker Cup win, and also Khadija Shaw not being included in the RJR Sportswoman of the Year award. Now starting off with Khadija Shaw, as Tracey did a video on his channel about the entire situation with Bunny Shaw not being nominated for the award. Now I think his points were valid. But I also do think that he did contradict himself a bit and he was not objective in the way how he went about the video, right? I think the video was kind of, I get where he was coming from, but I don't think it really highlighted the real issue at hand, which I will go ahead and explain later on in the video. But I think, as I said, his points were valid, but it was just a bit back and forth instead of what is this solution. He made mention of the fact that there's a specific criteria that stops a player like Khadija Shaw in football and other sports like netball being nominated. But then he also went to blame those in charge of the nominations for unfair selection of the nominees. So that's what I'm going to get into. So I don't think that you can do both of those things. I don't think you can bash those who selected the nominees while you're saying that there's something wrong with the criteria. For me, it's quite clear that the real issue at hand is the criteria and not the carrying out of the criteria. So instead of calling Bunny Shaw exclusion a robbery or unfair, I think it is best to focus our attention on why she was not nominated, which mainly has to do with the criteria for nomination. No, it's pretty simple. The criteria only recognizes what a sports person did while wearing the colors of the country and not while representing their club or what they do away from or outside of the colors of the country, right? Now, the Maverick did make a good point, saying those who made the criteria years and years ago, decades ago, would not have been able to foresee what modern day sports would be like, especially for women, and how many Jamaicans from so many different sports would be performing at such high levels in their respective sports. So I believe that was a very valid point. But I also do think that we should focus our attention on putting pressure on the RJR group to revisit their criteria for nomination, as it is now massively outdated. Now, with that being said, given that the current criteria is the way right now, I would say that Khadija Shaw did not deserve a nomination. As you guys know, in the past year, she did not show up a whole lot for the Reggae Girls, whether that was due to injury or whether that was due to a fallout with the Jamaica Football Federation. So in the case of the RGR group selecting nominees based on the criteria, I hereby find them not guilty of the charges of robbing Khadija Bunny Shaw. However, I will say that the criteria is absolute bullshit and that it should be updated to give all sports persons a chance to win, and not only based on the international form, but also their club form or their private form, right? He also made mention of the fact that there's only one sport that dominates the scene year in, year out, which is track and field, and that every single nominee was from track and field, bar one, which was, I believe, a woman that does cycling, right? And that just goes back to the point that he was trying to make, where he was saying, how can someone who is performing at the highest level at the most watched and most popular sport in the entire world not be nominated for their own country's award when they were nominated for a global world award. Khadija Shaw won so many trophies, individual awards, top goal scorer, leading goal scorer for Manchester City. She had a tremendous year before she even had that injury, and her year would have been even better if it was not for that injury. So again, I do get the Mavericks point, but I just think that we should be focusing more on the criteria and not the fact that she was not nominated, right? The criteria is the reason why she was not nominated. So let's press RGR group and let's press those who are in charge of the criteria to change the criteria. But we cannot press those, or even if they're the same persons, then we can press them. But I don't think we should be focusing on the fact that she's not nominated, but why she's not nominated, which is the criteria. So change that damn criteria. That's how I see it. Now heading over into Craig Butler and his beef with children. He had a pretty heartwarming interview after Mona's Walker Cup final win over Excelsior. However, right as the interview was about to end, Craig Butler did the most Craig Butler thing possible. That's why I have to rate him. This man always gives us something to speak about, right? This man is not going to leave us hanging. So I have to big up Craig Butler anytime. Any man this Craig Butler eruption in our streets, this man should be protected. You see me? I wish him health and strength and daily food. You see me, bro? So yeah, he went on to say something about some supposed disloyal former members of his Phoenix family.
I want to say something. It's all them little boy that will come out. I'm a billionaire from a 6-year-old. Hey? And I'll stab me on my back and sell me out. Hey? This is what teamwork and love do. We don't sell out each other. Those people that I fed took you in when nobody wanted you. I gave you a home, a family. I hope you can sleep well at night. Because guess what? Phoenix can never, ever die.
Now, many people have been wondering who he was talking about, and the common name being put around is Dylan John, who is a tricky winger for Jamaica College. And I don't know if this is the person that he was talking about. This is just rumor. This is what I've been seeing people say in comment section. So this is not credible at all. However, if it were true, it would make a bit of sense because Jamaica College did not win anything in this under-19 schoolboy football year. So I think that could have been Craig Butler showing shade since he won the Walker Cup and Dylan John plays for JC, who did not win anything, right? So I think if it is true that it is Dylan John, Craig Butler could be throwing some shade there. Now, I don't know, again, if this is the player or not, so don't come at me. Again, I'm just seeing people suggest it in comment sections. I have no idea if that is the case. However, if he is a player, I can definitely see why Craig Butler would be angry at losing out on having him in his ranks.
What a brilliant piece of skill.
Hey guys, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the Khadija Shaw situation? Do you think she was robbed, or do you think the rules just need to change? Again, my opinion is the rule is what the rule is right now. The criteria is what the criteria is right now. And based on that criteria, I would say that Khadija Shaw was not robbed. However, in the grand scheme of things, that criteria is bullshit and it needs changing. So I would say they need to just change that so it can be a bit more inclusive and the awards can be a bit more competitive and not just tilted in the favor of one sport. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, every video we do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So smash that like button and smash that subscribe button as well. Help us get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz, but say, but big up Gunnaz.